Army Public Affairs Sergeant Linda Martinez was embedded with a combat unit in Iraq, documenting their missions. A civilian war correspondent named James Sullivan was also embedded with the unit. Linda and James initially clashed. She thought he was an outsider exploiting soldier stories, and he thought she was military propaganda. During an ambush, James was wounded while filming. Linda, despite her non-combat role, dragged him to cover and treated his wounds while under fire. She stayed with him until medevac arrived, protecting him with her own body. James survived and wanted to thank Linda, but she had moved to another unit. He spent years looking for her and finally tracked her down after she retired. When they met for coffee, James said, "You saved my life, and I never got to thank you properly. But I also need to apologize. I judged you unfairly. You weren't propaganda. You were documenting truth, just like me." Linda replied, "I judged you too. I thought you were exploiting us for a story. But watching you risk your life to document what we went through, I realized you cared as much as we did." James showed Linda his Pulitzer Prize-winning photo series from that deployment. One photo, taken by another journalist, showed Linda dragging James to safety. James said, "This photo changed my life. It showed that courage isn't exclusive to soldiers, and that journalists and soldiers are both trying to tell important truths, just through different lenses." Linda and James collaborated on a project interviewing military photographers and combat journalists about their shared experiences. Their documentary explored how both groups risked their lives to document war, creating an understanding between two communities that often misunderstand each other. At the documentary premiere, James told the audience, "Linda saved my life twice, once with her actions, and once by teaching me that we're on the same team, just with different tools." Linda added, "We both carry the weight of what we've witnessed. We both struggle with showing truth while honoring those who live it. That shared burden makes us allies, not adversaries." Their friendship and collaboration opened doors for better cooperation between military public affairs and civilian journalists, improving war coverage and mutual respect. Linda learned that former adversaries can become the strongest allies when they recognize their shared mission, and that sometimes the people we initially misunderstand become our greatest teachers in empathy and purpose.